Julian Gallardi, baseball reporter. Now I'm going to transition to the Mets. The other day I did Yankees. So, my Mets offseason thoughts. Signing Devin Williams was definitely a good move, I think. It kind of protects them in case they lose Diaz, which I definitely think is more likely at this point than I previously did for the contract for Williams and the fact the Dodgers are in play. And when the Dodgers want someone, they normally get someone. Now, the question is, will he take deferred money? Because you know how the Dodgers offer that all the time. Do the Mets do a little deferred money with him? I think they may have did that in the first deal, too. So maybe they'll do that again. But if they don't get Diaz, do they pivot to a Suarez potentially? Or do they look at another area for bullpen help? Because Devin Williams can close, yes. But without Diaz, there's not many other high leverage arms that the Mets could really trust. So whether it's Suarez or another free agent, like I said, I don't think Fairbanks is a fit because of that cold weather nerve issue. So I don't think that would go great in New York. Obviously a great pitcher, but that is a problem. And then the market's sort of drying up for the high-end relievers, but there's definitely other guys they could look at. But more importantly, how does this impact Pete Alonso? I actually think he has a better chance of staying now because if they lose Diaz, then there'll be more money to get towards Alonso. Now, if they don't get back Alonso, which I still don't think is a lock, by the way, Alex Bregman makes a lot of sense. At that point, what would they do at first base? I know some don't really want Vientos to slide over. So speaking of Vientos, I think him, Brett Beatty, Ronnie Mauricio, and Jeff McNeil, those are four names I'm watching for to be moved potentially. Not all of them, but I could definitely see a world where one or two of them get traded. You could throw Ronald Acuña's brother, Luis Angel, in the mix as well. He's playing really well in the LVBP, so I don't know if they want to try to maximize that. Do they see him in a utility role? Because he hasn't proven enough to be a starter consistently yet for the Mets, I don't think, for what they're trying to do. And the Mets also need to attack the starting pitching market. So I have a couple ideas for them here. I could see an offer for Framber Valdez definitely at the top of the market if Stearns is willing to go outside of his comfort zone. I could see a deal for Ranger Suarez potentially in that second tier area. Or do they take a shot on Zach Gallen because Stearns does like doing those type of low risk, high reward deals, which maybe Gallen would be on a 2 to 3 year pack or 4 with high AAV or something, but I'm not sure. And then my other thing for them to do is definitely trade for Freddie Peralta if the Brewers moving because the Stearns connection, we already saw I got Devin Williams. So that's some thoughts on what I think the Mets could do. And also, last one, Cody Bellinger wouldn't shock me either.